Country Hill Motors' season of giving is over, which means it's time back to check in with the winner and someone whose Christmas was actually made a whole lot brighter. We welcome back Danny Z of Country Hill Motors and the winner of the season of giving, Yamika Ford. So Danny, first off, what was the season of giving and what stood out to you about Yamika?
So this is our 11th year, which is such a celebration for us, and we got nearly a little over 1,500 nominations. We got to come here to these studios and sit around a table and read through every single one of them, and we put them in categories of yes and maybes and no's, and then slowly get down to our top 10 and top 5. And then Yamika's rose to the top. Her story with her 7 kids and needing a vehicle. And plus she was nominated by Apache Elementary School, and Sandy was who nominated her and just wrote a very compelling story. And we're so proud that Yamika's story rose to the top.
Okay, Yamika, it sounds like you were nominated by a school and also several people. So tell me how that all played out.
Well, so they had this little thing where they asked me, you know, about can they nominate me for the season of giving, and I was like, sure, you know. And so Amanda McGorry, she called me, that's our school's social worker, and they had this whole play out, and it was just overwhelming and surprising.
And do you work at the school?
I don't.
Okay.
I go in and I do things like with my kids, and every little event they have, I try to be there, you know. And so like all 6 of my kids then went through Apache.
So basically the school's just been seeing you show up again and again for all your kids, and they wanted it to be time for someone to show up for you.
Yes, yes.
What was it like when you found out you were the winner and you're unwrapping those presents?
It was so overwhelming and such a blessing. And we're just so grateful and thankful that out of all the people that we were blessed to be chosen.
Okay, and you actually unwrapped a car. I imagine anybody's jaw would just hit the floor. So what was that reaction?
It was, my heart just dropped. Like I'm still on cloud 9 right now. Like I'm still so excited and so overwhelmed and with joy, and I'm just so thankful.
And we had to make up a story because we had camera people go to her house, and we told her that the Shawnee Mission School District was shooting a special story on her family, when in fact we were there to surprise her, and so that was so cool.
So that was a little white lie that was totally forgiven.
Totally forgiven.
Well, Danny and Yamika, that was amazing, and what a great winner. Danny, you mentioned you were going through a lot of those other nominations, realizing there's so many deserving families out there. That's where KCTV5 Surprise Squad actually stepped in. Ellen McNamara actually headed to a church in Liberty to surprise a pastor who's done so much for his congregation.
Sometimes you get that 3 a.m. call that you know, someone's had a family member die, or they're experiencing some kind of crisis, and I mean that's what the job is. You get up and you go. I can't imagine, at least not yet, a world in which I'm not doing this.
So they've been just a good reminder of life's not promised to be good and happy and, you know, rainbows all the time.
So I have a chronic illness called Crohn's disease. It's not that uncommon, but it does range pretty widely in severity. In the last 2 years, my health hasn't been great at all. I've been through, I guess, about 6 surgeries, and that's affected my wife, it's affected my kids. They've had to adjust for me. I've got 3 little ones, all very small, all under 5, and a 4th one on the way. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America, last I checked, estimated that it costs something like $14,000. That number might not be exactly right, but something like that, just to have Crohn's disease, to pay for the insurance, pay for the medication.
So we, obviously I'm here with Channel 5, and I'm also here though with Channel 5 because I'm with the Surprise Squad. And I don't know if you've ever heard what the Surprise Squad does. So we kind of heard from a little birdie that you do so much work for folks in this church, and everyone wants to give you something because you give back to so many of the members. So the KCTV5 Surprise Squad wanted to surprise you and your family for all the great work that you do in our community.
Today will be awesome. I agree. I thoroughly agree. Have a great day, KCTV5 Surprise Squad. We have here 2 $500 gift cards to Walmart. Thank you. this is not small potatoes. This is a huge deal. I can't tell you how grateful I am.
We know that it's not going to cover, you know, everything, but we just hope that it kind of just helps you a little bit, and you know, you guys can not worry about some things just in the immediate.
It's not often you catch a pastor without words. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. One more hug.
Sure.
You know, this kind of gets you emotional when you're watching the video, and I know that you guys also experienced that at the Season of Giving. So Danny and Yumika, thank you so much for coming out here and everything you did this past winter season. We look forward to next year's Season of Giving, and if you'd like more information on the Season of Giving, just go ahead and visit countryhill.com.